Hey everybody, Happy New Year! I asked Santa for some coal this year to heat my house, but I think he misheard me and gave me a cold instead. Which is why there haven't been any new videos for a few days. Still, we had a pretty good year on the channel, I think. I made around 250 or so videos this year, and we're most of the way through some great games like Wizardry 8 and Gothic, and we finished the DOS Daggerfall playthrough as well. I almost never talk about it, but I'll take this opportunity to plug my Patreon. If you found yourself enjoying the videos this year and watching maybe as much as my channel as you watch of a proper TV show, then throw me a buck or two over there every month. It adds up, and pretty much all that money goes back into the channel, one way or another. For example, Patreon money paid for big chunks of a couple of the mini modules that I have, like the Roland SC55 we used for Daggerfall, and it also mostly bought the copy of System Shock we used when we played that game. I'm not sure how many of you have seen it, but I have a second channel called The Neverchive, where I make review-style videos. The channel's had a pretty good few months thanks to a nearly 3-hour-long video I made about BloodNet, which is an old DOS cyberpunk game with vampires. If you like the Rojovision videos, I think you'll enjoy the BloodNet video. I'll leave a link to it. Also, The Neverchive is very close to reaching 1,000 subscribers. So if donating financially isn't in the cards, subscribing over there would be a huge help and very much appreciated. Anyway, that's enough plugging for now. Over the past couple of weeks I've been catching up on some games, including Total Warhammer 3. I was in Creative Assembly's Creator Partner program for a bit, but we parted ways after I stopped doing Total War stuff on the channel, probably like a year or two before the program shut down entirely. I still like the Total War games though, and while the new DLCs are very expensive, I think the latest batch seems pretty good. I thought I would like the orcs the most, but I've actually been having more fun with the ogres, I think. I got Astro Bot for Christmas, and let me tell you, that game is an absolute joy to play. I haven't finished it, but I think it's as good as anything Nintendo has ever done with Mario, at least when it comes to pure polish and gameplay. And it makes great use of the PS5's controller, which I wish more games did. Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is a game I jumped back into recently. It looks a bit nicer than what I remember from the pre-alpha I covered, I think at the beginning of this year, and there is more stuff to do. I've been having fun playing with a couple friends, but the game's got a very tough road ahead, I think. I pledged $100 to the project like a decade ago now, so I'm just enjoying it for what it is. I don't think there's any other MMO on the market that's attempting to recreate that classic gameplay style from EverQuest, and I don't know if there will ever be another, so I hope they succeed. Personally, my Game of the Year pick has to go to Unicorn Overlord. I don't have much experience with the Ogre Battle series, but the way you set up squads of characters and move them around a battle map gives me big Ogre Battle 64 vibes. The game looks incredible, and it's a style of game that just isn't really made at this level of quality of presentation very often anymore. The story is a bit too saccharine, but the gameplay itself delivers. I sank like 170 hours into it before I put it down, and I don't regret a second of it. As for next year, we'll start with the usual videos very soon, but I also want to finish the final story campaign for Elder Scrolls Legends, since the game shuts down in less than a month. Maybe we'll try some of the puzzles too, since nobody will ever be able to play them again. We'll see. I've also done a bit of test recording for Blood Omen 2, so we may jump into that around February or March. That's just a rough guess. The game is a bit jankier than I remember, but I think it'll still be fun to go back to. I also want to continue making one-off videos where we briefly check a game out. We did a handful of those this year, and I still have a bunch of games that I want to show you. There's a ton of cool looking stuff out there. Anyway, that's it from me. Happy New Year, and I'll see you all soon with more videos.